Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News, Thursday, January 27th, 2022. Stand up for your country. We have a talking points memo on Donald Trump running for president. But first, I have a special announcement about President Trump. So you know, and you've heard, of course, about the history tour with me and Donald Trump. That happened in December, and it was a fabulous success. And it has in it, in all four shows, things that Donald Trump has never said before. So I've gotten, thousands of letters. When can we all see it? So here's what we've done. We're going to stream the history tour with Donald Trump. Not the whole thing because it's too long, all right? But we cut it down about a minute, 10, a minute, an hour 10, a minute. So that you can watch it in one sitting. Okay, I get some popcorn. If you are a premium member on BillO'Reilly.com, you get it free. If you are not, you can sign up for premium membership and get it free. And if you don't want to do that, just pay a nominal fee because we have, of course, expenses associated with this tour. But it is obviously a great deal if you're not a premium member to get this, all right, and you get a free book. My upcoming book, Killing the Killers, The Secret War Against Terrorists. So anyway, once again, we will begin streaming this Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, February 17th, throughout the whole President's Day weekend. So 4 days, you can check it out. And of course, I'm going to want reaction to it once millions of people see it. Okay, so the talking points is on Donald Trump running for president, which he is. There's no doubt about this. So on Saturday, he's in Texas, south of Houston, and we did a history tour in Houston. And his rally is going to be in Conroe, Texas. All right, that's 40 miles north of Houston. I said south, it's north of Houston. So in these rallies, Donald Trump says that Make America Great Again has to come back, and he's the guy to do it. I think that's running for president, and then he hammers Joe Biden, of course. All right? Now, the rallies are so different from the history tour. The history tour is basically facts, what happened, how it didn't happen, that kind of thing. The rallies are, hey, I'm still here, so I can't announce that I am running for president yet. He won't tell you this, but I can. It's because of campaign finance regulations. So everything changes when you announce you're running for president. Right now, the Trump organization is raising millions and millions of dollars. It goes in a political action committee. Some of that money will be used to help other Republicans who are running for office this coming November. So Donald Trump will give them money from his PAC. And that's legal. But once he says, I'm running, then the money donated goes just to him. You see? So in January 23, a year from now, expect Donald Trump to announce that he's running for president again. That is not a lock because there are what they call unforeseen circumstances. And with Donald Trump, that's every day, right? So Democrats are trying to take him out for January 6th. You all know about the House committee in New York State where I am. Their 3-year investigation, 3 years. The state of New York has spent money trying to pin something on the Trump organization. Still not done. They're still issuing subpoenas and this and that. 3 blanking years. So all I want is anything, okay? And in Georgia, there's an investigation into how Mr. Trump treated the after-election situation down there. So you can expect this kind of stuff. It's never going to end for Donald Trump. It's one of the things I talked to him about in the history tour, about the toll it takes on him, his family, why he wants to continue doing this political thing. So all of that is in play. So once again, President Trump is running again to be reelected. He would be the only president in history outside of Grover Cleveland, the immortal Grover Cleveland, another New York guy, who would be, if he wins, elected for non-consecutive terms. And that is the subject of today's Talking Points memo. I hope you like that we brought this back, by the way. I like it. Okay, so there is a Politico poll. Politico is a left-wing website, but they do polling, okay? So they asked Democrats 38%, Republicans 36%, Independents 27%. That's a fair sampling. A very simple question. If in 2024 it's Biden versus Trump, who would you vote for? No, I'm sorry. I'll get to that poll in a moment. This is another poll. If the 2024 Republican presidential primary were held today, for whom would you vote? Donald Trump, 49%, Ron DeSantis, 14%, Mike Pence, 13%. They're the only ones in double digits, okay? And you can see, if Donald Trump wants the nomination, nobody is going to primary him, no serious candidate. Somebody may just to get attention, all right? But if Trump wants the nomination, the Republicans will give him the nomination in 2024. Now, his strengths are obviously that if he were still president, most likely no inflation exists because inflation is driven by the energy policies of the Obama and Biden administrations. And both wanted to wipe out fossil fuels because of global warming. Okay? So inflation, if it came up, it would just be a little if Trump were still in the office. Putin wouldn't be threatening to invade Ukraine. And again, we talk about that extensively in the history tour. You'll see that. Putin wouldn't be doing that now. To be fair, Putin did annoy the United States by allowing his hackers to do a lot of bad things under Trump. But Trump had him they had an understanding, Putin and Trump. Again, all in a history show. China, pretty much the same way. You didn't see the belligerence that you see now because of Afghanistan, and Joe Biden is perceived as weak. Everybody knows that. Border chaos is the worst. So Biden wants open borders. He will not enforce immigration law at the border. Trump was exactly the opposite and had stopped it through the Remain in Mexico policy. So these are strengths, and they're not debatable. I mean, there's not two sides to this. And that's what Trump should be hammering rather than looking back at the 2020 election. And finally, crime in the streets is becoming a very, very serious issue in this country, violent crime. Trump, obviously a law and order guy. However, the federal government under him did not mitigate the violent crime in Chicago for whatever reason. We are a fair, fact-based broadcast here. And that is true. The Trump administration was not able to mitigate violent crime in Chicago for whatever reason. Okay, so there you have it. Mr. Trump on the road on Saturday. It's funny because, cable news didn't have anything going on Saturday. I wouldn't take the whole thing, as I said. I'd take, a few minutes of it. But Fox News is afraid to do that now. Newsmax does it. I think One America takes the rallies. And, of course, the liberal networks will never do that. So my prediction is that Joe Biden will not run again. I know the Democratic chieftains are not happy with him. The progressive left is turning on him. So where do you get his support? Now, they're never going to admit it, but they're looking elsewhere. And I could be wrong, but you'll remember my prediction. He does not run again. Under President Biden, the first year of his office, he ran up a $2 trillion debt. Government ran up $2 trillion debt. So we're approaching $30 trillion here in America, money that this country could never pay back unless we sell California, which, I would probably consider. That's a joke. All right. But under Donald Trump, he averaged $2 trillion in debt a year as well. Donald Trump did. Joe Biden is carrying on the Trump tradition. Now, Mr. Trump says he had to rebuild the military. Okay. All right. You make the call on it. But the debt is totally out of control. Democrats are never going to get under control. Republicans could, Democrats never. All right, now the president's schedule today, Mr. Biden's schedule, nothing, but he did say some remarks about Justice Breyer retiring. He reiterated he's going to nominate a black woman. Tomorrow on the Message of the Day on BillO'Reilly.com, I will discuss that in detail. I'm writing it now. I want to think about this, bring in some new things to the table. But you could check that out all morning. That's for everybody. You don't have to be a premium member at BillO'Reilly.com for that. So here's the poll that I mistakenly cited up top. It is a political poll, again, left-leaning. And it says, the election were held today, 2024, who would you vote for? Biden 45, Trump 44. Well, that's a virtual tie. Okay, now 2 weeks ago, Rasmussen poll, same question, Trump 46, Biden 40. Now, Rasmussen's more accurate than Politico. I don't know. I think it changes day by day, depending on how angry people are with either candidate. Monmouth survey, Monmouth College in New Jersey, fine school, terrible poll. It just, listen, I mean, at this point, the polls, I'm only giving them to you as snapshots, all right, because we don't have any other data. It's the only data we have. So the question that Monmouth asked was, would you rather see Republicans or Democrats in control of Congress? All right, Republicans 50, Democrats 43. And the second question, do you approve or disapprove of the job Congress is doing right now? Approve 19, disapprove 74. Okay, nobody likes Congress. Why would you like them? They don't get anything done. You know, they don't compromise. It's all party politics. Are you looking for your next investment? Bill O'Reilly here. There are 8 reasons to look at the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund. Stable monthly cash flow payouts with double-digit targeted bonus returns. They strategically develop in lower-risk, high-demand neighborhoods. Prime new construction is short on supply and high on demand. Diversification is safety from stock market risk. They have a short and long-term strategy for returns today and down the road. Specifically designed pandemic-hardened buildings. They are 15-year industry leaders with a proven track record. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines or want to diversify, please start your due diligence at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's easy, 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
So as we mentioned, Justice Breyer retiring. He'll step down in the summer. And the person I believe that will take his place is a Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, is currently on a Court of Appeals in Washington, D.C. She just got that job, appointed there, and she was approved by the Senate. 3 Republicans voted for her. They are Lindsey Graham, Murkowski in Alaska, and Susan Collins in Maine. So if those 3 Republicans voted to put her on a very powerful court in Washington, D.C., federal court, why wouldn't they vote her for Supreme Court Justice? They will, which is why I say she'll get the nomination from Biden because he knows he'll win it, all right, because those 3 Republicans and maybe more would come over and vote for her. I'm a simple man. My analysis is simple. Remember what I said. So 51 years old, the judges, put her picture back up there, please. Born in Washington, raised in Miami, Florida. Earned her undergraduate and a law degree from Harvard, edited the Harvard Law Review. That means she's a very brilliant woman to do that. She clerked for 3 federal judges, including Breyer. She is the first African-American that would be nominated, which I believe she will be, as I said. And she is a very liberal person. She was on Obama's crime commission that wanted to give more lenient sentences to drug dealers in particular, but across the board. He's a liberal judge. Not crazy loon like, with all due respect, Sotomayor, but liberal. She'll vote down the line left if she's appointed. And that'll make it 6-3. 6 fairly traditional judges against 3 hardcore liberals. That's how it'll come down after this judge is confirmed, which I believe she will be. I could be all wrong on this, but I'm giving you my educated analysis. Okay? Kamala Harris. So I wanted to find out who started to float this insane theory that she would be a nominee to the Supreme Court. So it is preposterous. But I wanted to find out where it started. And my staff is good. They couldn't find out. We don't know. If you know, tell me. Bill@BillO'Reilly.com. What we do know is that a number of pundits on Fox News picked it up, and it started to get discussed that Biden would dump her as VP, throw her over into the Supreme Court. Okay. Number one, she wouldn't get confirmed. All right, Manchin and Sinema, I don't think they'd vote for her. I'd be shocked. Manchin and Sinema will vote for the other that Biden nominates. They don't want to be completely ostracized by the Democrats. Number two, she's not qualified to be on the Supreme Court. Yeah, she was the Attorney General of California and District Attorney of San Francisco, but that's not a federal place. And number three, she's unbelievably incompetent as vice president. Incredibly incompetent. Okay, so that would be impossible. But there it is. On the network news, on cable news, oh yeah. And then they float this rumor that if she did get nominated, she would have to break the tie herself as vice president to put herself on the Supreme Court. It's so insane. Now, the Constitution, it doesn't even mention anything like that. So it's all interpretation. But there would be lawsuits, and then it would go to the Supreme Court. It's not happening. Biden's not going to, he's not self-destructive, he's delusional. That would be self-destructive. Okay, let's go to Ukraine. Rasmussen poll, just out. Question was, should the U.S. send combat troops to defend Ukraine? Yes, 31%. No, 36%. Not sure, 33%. It would be insane to send combat troops to Ukraine. For America to do that, insane. We don't do that. You strangle Putin economically, and we can. You don't put soldiers in there. Okay, second question, how would you rate President Biden's handling of U.S. policy toward Russia? This is Rasmussen. Excellent 11, good 19. That's 30% think he's handling Russia well. Fair 12, poor 50. That's 62%. So he's, poor Joe, right? He's not winning on any issue. All right, and here's another backup for that. Pew Research. It's a bogus poll because the methodology is Republican 42, Democrat 51. Come on, Rasmussen. But anyway, they asked, can Joe Biden handle COVID? Ready? Not confident, 55%, confident, 44%, even with the 9-point spread for Democrats. So poor Joe. There's not one issue where the folks, according to these polls, again, they're snapshots, think that he's got a good plan, because he doesn't. He doesn't have any plan for anything. Just step back for a moment. I know most of you don't like Joe Biden, but step back for a moment and just ask yourself a very simple question, or any of your liberal friends. Can you give me one solution to any problem that President Biden has put forth? Just one. The only thing that he does in the problem-solving realm is, we'll put more money. More money. Yeah, let's give him more money. That's all. When you see politicians say, "Yeah, we have more money," that means they don't know how to solve it. And they don't care because they're incapable of thinking up solutions. You email me the problem, bill@billoreilly.com. Whatever problem we have in this country, bill@billoreilly.com. You ask me, how would you solve it? I'll give you a direct answer, and I won't mention money. All right? So we'll do that on Monday. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's noticed everything is getting more expensive. We are in the biggest economic crisis since 2008, with a government that's printing trillions of dollars. Consumer prices at the highest we've seen in 30 years. Inflation certainly here. And if the government continues its out of control printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world's reserve currency. While paper money will eventually have a shrinkage in value, there are real tangible things that will always maintain value. So how do you protect your money, your retirement, your savings? American Hartford Gold can show you how to hedge your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. All it takes to get started is a short phone call, and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. Plus, tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. So please don't wait. Call them now, 866-501-5201, 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. So here we are on Thursday night, and if you look at the local news in New England, New York, Philadelphia, the snow is going to get everybody. It's coming. So, of course, the lemmings run out. They buy up all the toilet paper and the food and the snow, the snow, the snow. But they don't really know where the snow is going. They know it's going to New England. So you guys north of coastal Connecticut, you're going to get it. From what I have my own personal weatherman, Joe Bastardi. He's my personal weatherman. I have a personal weatherman. Joe's a great guy and helps me out. Even Joe doesn't know where it's going. All right, it's coming. It's big snow, and they call it a bomb. It's going to be a snow bomb. Ooh, and everybody, frightened of snow and this. Holly, the terror dog, hasn't come out of her room in 2 days. And you turn on the news, it's snow, it snows. All right. It snows in the winter in the northern part of America. It snows. It's cold in Florida. Oh, my Florida, it's 40. It's going to 40. I mean, you guys living in Montana and Idaho, Colorado, Wyoming, the Midwest, Minnesota. I know you laugh. I know you laugh. But anyway, I'm not panicked. I have my shovel. It's ready because the terror dog has to go out. Terror dog doesn't mind the snow. She just gets frightened on the TV news reportage. She doesn't want to bomb. But she doesn't mind that snow. She's from Wales. There's a lot of snow in Wales. There's a lot of bad weather, cold rain, sleet, that kind of thing. But I got to get her out. So I got the shovel, and then I have guys that come over with a big snowblower and stuff like that. So I'm not so worried. I think we're going to make it. If we don't make it, this could be my last broadcast. O'Reilly dies of snow. Thank you for watching tonight. We will see you again on Monday. Column coming Sunday noon. Nice message of the day tomorrow. You'll like it. In a world that seems to have lost its way, who can you count on? AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens. That's who. Now, more than 2 million members strong, AMAC believes in the values that we constitutional people care about. AMAC represents courage, faith, and reason in these trying times. They stand for national solvency in a time of runaway debt, national security and sovereignty over unchecked borders. They believe in the sanctity of life. These next 2 years are going to be tough. Now is the time to join AMAC. AMAC also gives you access to a wealth of benefits and discounts that will save you money, including AMAC's bi-monthly magazine delivered right to your mailbox. So please join today at amac.us. That's amac.us. AMAC is better, better for you, better for America.
Bill O'Reilly is back on TV and only on The First. No Spin News, every weeknight at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on The First.